It has come to my attention that many of y'all don't realize you might be making it harder to stay hard because you don't fully understand how your body works yet. But fear not. I'm going to give it to you straight, break down the science, and most importantly, give you a tool that you can use to get your boner back in real time. So stick around to the end. But don't just skip to the end because, knowledge is power. Now, here's the wildest part. Your nervous system is actually doing exactly what it is designed to do when you go soft mid-stroke. And once you understand the mechanism behind how that works, then the shame that comes along with it tends to dissolve pretty quickly. And as you will learn, that is half the battle to begin with. Let me explain. Getting an erection requires your parasympathetic nervous system. That's the calm, relaxed, rest and digest state. Your body needs to feel safe enough to get and stay there. The moment that anxiety enters, the moment that you think, oh no, is it gonna happen again? Your body switches into the sympathetic nervous system, more commonly known as fight or flight. Here's the important part. When your threat system takes over, your erection system tends to go offline. Stanford neurobiologist Robert Sapolsky put it simply, in order to get an erection, you have to be calm and vegetative. And stress does the opposite of that to your mental state and then to your body. Sapolsky points to an estimate that around 60% of doctor visits for erection problems are non-organic, meaning that there isn't an obvious structural or physical cause. So for more than half of the men sitting in a doctor's office convinced that their body is working against them, their nervous system may be doing exactly what it was designed to do. You see, once you've gone soft, the harder that you try to will your way back to being erect, the more anxious you become. And the more anxious you become, the deeper into that sympathetic fight or flight state that you go, and the further your erection gets away from you. So in short, you cannot think your way back into a parasympathetic state because willpower has absolutely nothing to do with it. This is also why the advice to just relax is the most useless thing that you could try to do in that moment. I worked with a client a few years ago who came to me completely convinced that something was permanently wrong with him because he'd had a few experiences of going soft with new partners, and he had been spiraling ever since. Every new encounter was colored by the last. He wasn't enjoying himself anymore. He was always just mentally checking in on his body and waiting for it to happen again. It was like if I say, don't think of a pink elephant. Don't do it. Just think of anything other than a pink elephant right now. Except for that what he was saying to himself was, don't go soft, don't go soft, don't go soft, do anything but go soft. Well, what did you expect was going to happen? You can't relax on command any more than you can just fall asleep on command unless you've practiced that skill. And the only way that you practice that is by using your body to shift your nervous system directly, which is exactly what I'm going to show you. But first, we have got to talk about why so many men are already primed for this kind of anxiety before anything has even started. Sex doesn't begin or end in the bedroom, and the way that you're feeling doesn't happen in a vacuum. Chances are that you are already carrying a specific set of sexual anxieties that are so normalized that we don't even register them as anxieties. Think about it like this: the pressure to initiate, the expectation of constant readiness, the fear of rejection, the threat of inadequacy. Do I know what I'm doing? Can she tell that I'm nervous? Does she even want me? It's constant, and it is in the air that men breathe every day. Men are taught to perform, not to feel, not to be present, just to deliver. And that framing, sex as a performance that you can either pass or fail, is one of the most reliable ways to activate a stress response that there is. I mean, think about the difference between singing to yourself in the shower and singing in front of a bunch of strangers at karaoke. Or the difference between typing an email and typing an email while your boss is breathing down your neck. Performance implies evaluation, and evaluation implies the possibility of failure, and the possibility of failure is exactly the kind of threat that your nervous system was built to respond to. So by the time that your clothes come off, a lot of men are already halfway into fight or flight mode. The engine is already running hot. And one tiny moment of doubt can send the whole system into shutdown. I have had so many clients tell me that when it came to intimacy, they felt like they were being graded every time. This pressure made it difficult for them to be present with their partner. And instead, it's like watching themselves from the outside, assessing their own performance in real time. And then here's what happens. The moment that you start to soften even slightly, the self-monitoring kicks into overdrive. When I coach these guys, we don't work on erections. We work actually upstream of them, specifically on their relationship with feeling evaluated. We talk about their experience of pressure and of failure and of perfectionism. And if that sounds like a lot of talking and unpacking and processing, that is because it is, which is something that some guys love, but others dread, which is why nowadays I like to go upstream even further and start where the pattern actually lives, which is the nervous system. And since you can't just crack open your skull like a car hood and start poking around underneath, it is easiest to start with the tools that give you the most direct access to that system, the first one being the breath. There is one technique that consistently performs when it comes to shifting your body out of fight or flight, and this is the physiological sigh. It's like it manually shifts your nervous system from sympathetic back towards parasympathetic, and you can start to feel the change in just about 30 seconds. Here's how to do it. Inhale fully through your nose. Then, before you exhale, take one small extra sip of air on top, and then slowly and completely exhale through your mouth. Let's try it together. Deep inhale, extra sip, slow exhale through the mouth. That double inhale helps to reinflate the little air sacs in your lungs that can collapse under stress. And the long exhale taps into your vagus nerve pathway, helping signal safety back into your nervous system. It is truly that simple. Try it for yourself. Do this 2 or 3 times and you'll begin to feel a shift. Now, I'll admit this might not be a complete reset. It's not 30 seconds of just pure magic, but you may notice a genuine, measurable change in your state. And just to be clear, if going soft is sudden, persistent, painful, or happening alongside other health changes, please get checked. Your body may be giving you information that you need to listen to. But for the in-the-moment spiral, when anxiety kicks in and your body starts treating sex like a threat, this is where practice matters. The key is to practice this outside of sex first, not in the moment of panic, but proactively and regularly. This is so that your nervous system can learn the pattern and actually access it when you need it. This is the foundation of the kind of body-based work that I have been doing with men for over a decade. The breathing technique I gave you is a real tool to get you back in the moment. But also, can we be honest for a second? This is a trick. It's a technique. And while it is a useful one, it's not a lasting one. I mean, this is the equivalent of putting air in your tire every time that you drive instead of just patching the hole. Because everything that I just walked you through, the mechanism, the spiral, the nervous system flip, the physiological sigh, understanding it is half the battle. But the other half is learning it so deep that it's just in your bones so that you have it saved in your body. And the only way to do that is to practice. And to practice in the moment, under the right conditions, when it counts. What I'm getting at is that real nervous system rewiring, the kind that actually changes how your body responds under pressure, happens through consistent, body-based practice over time. And I have created something to help you with just that. It's not a course. It is something completely different than I've ever done before, and definitely my most intimate coaching experience yet. It is the Masturbation Meditations album. 12 tracks, 11 full-length guided meditations that you listen to while you touch yourself. It's my voice in your ear, guiding you moment to moment, right when the pattern that's keeping you stuck is running. Because this is how you start to rewire that pattern. You don't just talk about it, you don't just think about it, you don't just gather information about it. You get under the hood, so to speak, while your body is actually aroused, and you practice a different response right at the root. These meditations started as my solution that I made for my one-on-one clients, and now Volume 1 is available to you. They're professionally recorded, deeply practical, and designed for those moments where men usually lose themselves, where you find yourself getting into your head, rushing, checking, forcing, going numb, trying to last, trying to stay hard, trying not to panic. And the track that is built for exactly what we covered today is called Stay Hard. It walks you through the nervous system reset, the breathing, the attention shift, the moment-by-moment guide back into your body. It's specifically designed to help you practice softening and recovering over and over again without panicking or falling off that ledge in the wrong direction. It will put you back into your body exactly when you need it most. And all you need to do is masturbate, which, if we're honest, you were going to do anyways, right? Now you just get to do it with your own good and with my help. You can try the full album totally risk-free for 90 days. The link is in the description. So please tell me in the comments, did I, a woman, just explain your boner better than you've ever heard it explained before? Or not? Let me know either way. I'm Caitlin V. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here next week. Bye.